Hello, welcome to the Demystified Tarot weekly reading. So those longer readings are only available really for the YouTube and Newsletter Collective. But you can see daily shorter readings, tarot card and oracle card on my TikTok or Instagram. So either way, I'm gonna pull, I don't know, honestly, before we are doing 3 cards, I want to pull 4 cards somehow today, and I don't know why. It's Cancer New Moon. So it's supposed to be kind of good day to manifest new things, to set plans, and set like how do you want to reach your dreams. And let's see. And I'm using just the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Okay, I'll keep going as I said. Oh, we have 2 knights as of now. Uh-oh. 3 of Swords at the end. And even better, we have 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, let's start. 2 things that come to mind looking at these cards: that there will be a lot information and a lot of action happening this week, especially a lot of like communication, news, people talking to you, wanting something from you. And then especially possibly towards the end of the week, there will be some pain. Okay, there will be some hurt, there will be some hardship. Let me see if I can zoom in a little on this. So first of all, we've got 8 of Wands, and this is card of action. It often means communication, can mean Cupid's arrow, so like potentially new love, but basically Wands are passion, action, and there's like a rain of them. And you can see they're depicted always in a way that looks like they're very dynamic, like they're very fast, like something is coming down very fast. And again, I don't get that often, like I haven't got that interpretation in a while, but like today I feel like I need to say also that this communication feels a bit like a prison, like that action, that things that are happening, they feel a bit like a prison, because you can see like this covers like the whole card, like almost restricting what's behind it. But then to point out, it is not a prison. It seems like a prison, but it is not a prison because there's holes in it. You can get around. Also look at those wands. They are sprouting little leaves. So even it seems like maybe harsh, but there's some new hope. There's some new kind of opportunities growing from that action or communication. But I would say again, things are happening. You're probably very busy. You're getting like a lot of things, a lot of people coming to you, telling you different things and wanting things from you, and it just seems a bit hectic. But also it can be like you might be energized though. You're like might be ready to meet it up, and like you're also in this like go 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 mode basically. And then we have 2 knights. Again, knights normally cards of some kind of action and can represent someone else, can represent you. Because we have 2, I feel like it's more likely that one of them is you, the other one is incoming. And I am inclined to say that this one is you, just because of the direction. Because you can see these knights are also like the way they fell together, they're facing each other. So they're like coming at each other. So there seemed to be some kind of, I don't want to say argument, but at least conversation between them. There seems to be some kind of matter that they're coming to meet each other. But one is coming from the heart. Knight of Cups, it's very romantic, very emotional, very in their feels kind of person that comes just with a lot of love and empathy at whatever they're like coming. And again, it can mean literally love and like a new love coming to your life. But sorry to say, I feel like in this scenario this is you, and like you're with this open heart and like, yeah, okay, let's talk. I see there's a lot of things happening. I bring a lot of action and I have a lot of things to do. And I do feel like somehow the Knight of Cups in the situation is guarding that action, that okay, we need, okay, now I'm kind of getting like a whole new vibe of this reading when it's this way, especially these two cards kind of came out like later. But if you kind of separate them, you can see there's two knights coming to meet each other, and one is bringing this action, energy, passion, dynamic communication with an open heart, with like opportunities that can grow. The other one is what? He's very rash, is very quick to speak, because swords again is words, thinking, communication, comes more from logic. um it's a little aggressive, really, almost. And like, look, even at the scene, the whole scene in here looks very like hectic and scary, really. Like I almost feel fear again from this Knight of Swords, which is not normally what I would like associate with it. But this time I would say like this person is coming from the fear, and from like rushing into things, and just from the pain. What they are bringing is the Three of Swords. That's maybe how they feel, and that's how we are. We bring what we feel like, what's your energy, that's what you bring to the table. So it's not only that what they bring and what they will propose will cause you pain, but I think they're coming from like a very pained place, but pain by logic and pain by thinking. Again, swords in tarot represents mental kind of energy. So thinking can be overthinking, negative thoughts. This is words and thoughts that are piercing someone's heart. So they're also gonna, I think, because that's how they feel, that's how they're gonna also react, and that will be the energy they will bring to the table, which will be very hurtful, speaking harshly, trying to be mean and like hurt you to get a reaction, things like that. So honestly, like, suddenly I have this kind of vibe, and like, even without like separating this card, right? Again, still, I do feel like these are two separate people. And you can see, maybe you're feeling like you're on this side, maybe you're the hurt one, and then watch yourself. Sometimes we're in that energy, and tarot is here to tell you, like, watch yourself, be aware of this energy, and try to regulate yourself, try to ground yourself, and decide if that's the best energy. This is how, you know this is where I say, like, tarot doesn't show the future, it shows like a certain path for the future as it is now. That's what might happen. But if you see this energy, already knowing that there's this kind of energy coming at you, or like it is you can make decisions, and you can question yourself, and you can kind of stop it. Okay, so this is just to kind of make you feel better, I hope. But this is why I like tarot, because I don't think it, in a weird way, sometimes it might not help you manifest the good stuff. So like, if you get like a very good reading with like a lot of love and abundance, I don't know, I feel like these are kind of harder to like truly bring into manifestation, because there's just so many ways we can self-sabotage ourselves even when we're expecting things. But with negative energy, I think it works very well to kind of turn around the outcome and change it, because I do think, well, fear and negative thinking and pessimistic things kind of motivate us sadly kind of better, I guess. But anyway, back to the reading. So even without separating it, is, there's someone who's being rash and very quick, and I feel like they have an agenda. Like, they're kind of coming like for a battle, and this person is coming to talk about peace. This is the negotiator, this is the person who wants, okay, let's sit down, let's talk it through. And this one is like, F talking, let's go, let's get out, and like, let's do it. Or like, they're just gonna, not really, also they would like barrage the person with words, and with like, oh, like logical facts, or things that seem like facts. Like, people who communicate like very well, and like, on a surface level, when you listen to them, they seem like, oh my gosh, they're right. And like, you listen to them, they outrage, and you're like, yeah, this person is right. But if you like listen closely to what they're saying, and actually you see the whole situation, that maybe what they're saying is not exactly true, maybe there's a bit of gaslighting, maybe there's a little of manipulation in there, you might find like they come and they seem so righteous, but actually they're not. They're angry. They talk through negative emotions, not the positive. And this person would come from the positive emotions. But what I like, that this person is not only just like calm and positive and like, in the feels, but they do have the backing of Eight of Wands, which would be again action and passion. Like wands, creativity, passion, good communication. Generally, Eight of Wands on its own is usually a good card. Like it's card of like, yeah, a lot of things happening, but like a lot of good communication coming, like things flowing instead of being stuck. But this final card, so either is it this person bringing this energy or not, or this is just like the last card of the reading, let's say the end of the week. Again, literally that is pain, hurt, broken heart, and healing. It is part of the healing, because of course when it's like that, you have to heal. Like there's no other way around it, really. You need to pull those swords out of this heart, because you cannot live with three swords in your heart. Like I would assume it's not exactly comfortable. So either way, there might be some hurt. I don't know if you will be able to like fully get a deal with this person, if you will be able to communicate. I do think the stance of the left side, so the Knight of Cups is correct. So I think that's the right way to meet this energy. But how to really resolve it, and if it will be possible to resolve, I don't know. The background count overall also is, Ten of Swords. Again, a lot of swords, and that person looked pretty dead, right? I think we can agree. But there's a lot of talk about how Ten of Swords is the last pain. Like this is the last step before the new dawn, before the sunrise. Sorry. So it is a card of betrayal, especially I feel with the speaking against swords. There's a lot of swords in this reading, and that can mean words. So I think there might be a lot of bad words and bad, I don't want to say gossip, but just kind of people talking badly about you that can cause you like, can maybe not, because this is not an outcome card, okay? I want to mention this is a crossing card. It's not an outcome card. If anything, I would say it's a background card for this reading. So if anything, I think this might have caused this situation, this hurt, this bad talking, this feeling of hopelessness and just giving up might have been what like will force this week, this confrontation of those two nights. And I honestly, because I do feel like it's kind of like a battle, I do want to ask, okay, so which one wins? Like, what next? Like, what will be the outcome of this, like, confrontation? So let me quickly just pull a card or two, I don't know, or three. Okay, I want another one, because that is like a very big change of energy, although Hermit has been popping in our more swords. Okay, I'll do three, but I'll go through them quickly because, just of the time. In another night. I'm sorry, but I just find it funny. Like as a storyline, I find it funny. In my own life, not so funny. The Hermit. So I would say there will be some kind of standstill, some kind of withdrawal. Maybe you will feel you will be left alone, or you will leave that person alone. Either way, I think these people at first will not be able to cooperate well, okay, with the Hermit. But I think that decision to kind of back out from the conflict and take some time to look into yourself, and use your wisdom, because Hermit is the card of inner wisdom and the wisdom that you accumulated through your life, and finding again the North Star, the hope to keep going. So it doesn't seem very easy, but like it is good in a way that you will withdraw to your wisdom, and you will not get swayed as much, but you will worry. You have a card of anxiety and kind of not seeing the way out, even though there is a way out. Like that's always the thing. Like she's blindfolded, so she doesn't see that she can just step out, but she feels stuck. That person always in Eight of Swords seems stuck. But on the other hand, no, she can move. And actually often eights in all deck in all suits, they mean some kind of action and change. So even though this one doesn't seem very like dynamic, I do feel like you will feel stuck, but and you will feel that you don't know everything, you're not seeing you don't have all the information, but you will act. And you can see this knight is more in energy of this knight, but he's with a wand, so he really carries more of this energy, right? So he brings passion, but doing, not just talking, but doing. He goes fast and he seems more like confrontative than this guy. I mean, than this guy maybe, but not as much as this one. So I think this is going to be a good balance between these two knights in the end, to find this like, okay, let's do it, but let's do it constructively. And this guy is not afraid of a fight, but it seems he's coming at it with a little more inner fire, which I feel is gonna come from the Hermit. So again, not the easiest week, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I would love to give you some, like, I don't know, Lovers, Two of Cups, things like that, but we've been going through some things, right? I mean, but there will be some action, there will be some movement, and I think the fight will not be given up. That's like, say, I think there will be like a pause, but like it's not gonna be lost and just given. You're gonna keep doing that, but as an outcome, there's not like any clear card of like moving into the success. So I can't really tell. There's no also card of losing though. We get them earlier. But good luck. I hope that helped you. That will give you something to reflect on during this week as things happen. And as they happen, just look around and see how these things that I'm talking about are showing for you, and try to remember them. Thank you.